Hey there, hi there, Virgos. It's me, Priscilla B, and welcome to your dream, love, and shadow reading all in one because there's a lot going on, Virgo. I'm going to be using three decks: the Door of Destiny Oracle cards, and I'm going to be using this Citadel deck. Absolutely fascinating. And finally, Alice in Wonderland. Or should I say, Tarot Land. um, so, starting off with your Door of Destiny, we have here prosperity, success, affluence, abundance, fortune, flourishing, and thriving. All right, Virgo. So that's definitely happening for you. You're definitely having a lot of success right now. Like, I feel like that's like an understatement. But you definitely also have like a lot of affluence, a lot of abundance, a lot of fortune, all of that, flourishing, thriving. Things are looking really amazing for you right now, Virgo. Absolutely beautiful energy. So moving into the Citadel, okay, this is an archetype oracle deck that is steeped in the magic of fantasy, literature, and tabletop gaming. Um, each reading with the Citadel will take you on a new journey through the gleaming city, experience new places, new people, and most importantly, new lessons to learn. Are you ready to take the next step on your journey? Pick up your bags, open the gates, and step inside. And you are definitely stepping inside here to this Door of Prosperity. So, love it. All right. All right. So let's see what's going on with this Door of Prosperity. What is happening? Whoa. Okay. The Adventurer. Ooh, yes. Responsibility, expectations, Virgo. Yeah, that's the thing about adventure is it still requires responsibility. There's still a lot of planning that needs to happen when it comes to adventure, and expectations. I'm sure you have a lot of expectations for yourself, Virgo. But you also probably get the sense that other people have expectations of you. But I feel like that's what the hand is like pressing on this volcano of eruption here. Okay. There's a lot of eruption. There's a lot of volcanic energy, a lot of lava, a lot of ash. I'm really getting the sense there's like a lot of passion here, Virgo, and it's like an explosion of it. It's an eruption of it. It's all of this passion that's been like slowly building up in you for a really long time. I mean, I feel like it does come out here and there and it's everywhere. But like I feel like you want to see more of the world. Like you definitely want to like understand societies, like I don't know, like something about society and culture and people. I feel like you're sort of getting a clearer understanding of that when you have prosperity in your life. What does that mean to the rest of the world? Okay, so we have the Hunter. Ooh, okay, Virgo. Sure-footedness and predestination. Wow. And we have the noose and the like the antlers from the deer here. Okay. Wow. A lot of arrows. Wow. Okay. Um the hunter, yes. This is really interesting that you like to hunt things and you like to go on adventures. I feel like you've always been a hunter. Like you've always had this understanding of like that's where the sure-footedness is. It's because you've always had like this solid foundation that you've grounded yourself on, Virgo. You are like an earth element here, so grounding, that sort of energy. You were born with it. You were born with being one with the earth and one with nature. The captain, taking command and teamwork. Okay, so, uh, anyways, we have here the gamer, loss and risks. Okay, so you're definitely a gamer. The captain, taking command, teamwork, plus the gambler. Actually, wait a second. That says gambler. Why are you getting gamer? Okay, loss, risks. Okay, obviously can't read. No, I'm just kidding, but wow. So you want to be the captain here. Like you're in agreement here about being the captain. But then there's the gambler. So loss and risk. So there is a chance of loss and risk here when it comes to taking command and teamwork. Maybe you're like up against that. Maybe you're up against gambling here with like um this. And let me just see here. The thief and the vengeance. Ooh, okay. So seizing the moment and selfishness, and the vengeance, overcoming slights, a choice. Wow, with this anchor. Wow. So it's like you want to be the captain, you want to take command, you're trying to create teamwork here, but you're also dealing with a gambler. You're also dealing with like loss and risks at the same time. And because of that, the vengeance here, the thief. Somebody wants vengeance, okay? But there's also someone who's trying to like rob you of your like abundance here. Yeah, you're definitely dealing with a selfish energy. You're definitely dealing with someone who doesn't want you to have things. Like they're trying to take your things away from you. And you're like, oh my gosh, honestly, like the air, on-scene potential, hesitation. Yeah, the crown here, hesitation, captain. You're probably seeing potential here, but there's also hesitation for that because you're worried about these other energies. You're worried about these selfishness. You're worried about the risks here. The dancer, yep, self-expression and strength. I feel like Virgo, you want to be with someone here. This is like going from your dreams right into your love connection, your love life. Okay? There's something here about wanting to be with the dancer energy, about the self-expression, about the strength. Like you want to, I feel like you're the adventurer, you're the hunter, you're the captain, but like there's this other side that takes a lot of risks. And I'm not sure if that energy met with vengeance and met with the thief. Maybe that is the connection. Maybe the dancer and the hunter, maybe the connection you have with this person is through this other energy, is through these other moments and the air, on-scene potential, hesitation. I feel like this dancer energy mixed with this hunter energy is going to, yeah, it's going to connect you somehow. The poet, the queen, wow, the artisan, and the fate. Yeah, okay. So now it's making sense. Okay, so we have the merchant here, self-worth and trade. Okay, so there needs to be a balance here. Okay, and I feel like you and your person really balance each other out. Like you trade information. Like there's obviously there's like a bag here of like money or something, and like then there's a pile of money here. So it's like a transfer, okay, of that. Um, but it's also like you are getting like a reward, you are getting abundance, and then your person is getting a reward and abundance. And somehow like that's balancing things out. The tailor, attention to detail and pride. Yeah, you have a lot of pride in like the work that you do, and but you're very like humble about it. Like you're not like overly chauvinistic about it. Um, the divine timing and evaluation, the poet, relationships and vulnerability. There's this really soft side to you, but there's also this really soft side to your soulmate. Divine timing and evaluation. Yeah. Like this seed has already been planted. This idea of you going on this adventure to your fortune, to your abundance, and then you're through that adventure, you're meeting a person here that like you really care for, you really feel connected to. And then we have the queen, determination and sacrifice. This is your soulmate. This is your connection here, is this feminine energy that's determined, that's willing to sacrifice. I want to say they're willing to sacrifice pretty much like everything they have in order to like keep things balanced, in order to keep things going. Um, it's kind of giving off a little bit of like a sort of self-sacrificing vibe or energy. Like they keep dancing, like the dancer keeps expressing her feminine side, her strengths, her energy. And then we have the aspirant, ambition, diligence, and setbacks, and the two keys crossing. So there's ambition, there's diligence, but there's also a lot of setbacks. Okay. It's almost like you might not have like met this person yet, or maybe you've met them, but it's in a very like dream-like way. All right, Virgo. Yeah. So this is why the fate. Okay, accepting help and guidance. Okay, so yeah. I feel like once you accept help, once you get guidance here, this is all going to start to make a whole lot more sense to you, because I feel like what's happening to you is on a very like almost subconscious way, almost like you're not even like your intentions are like to find yourself, but through love you find yourself. It's interesting. And then we have here the door of love, affection, romance, passion, devotion, and tenderness. It's almost like you walk through the door of prosperity and you go through this whole transformation of abundance, of acceptance, of self-worth, of almost like playing a game of, vengeance and overcoming slights and things like that. And, that the reward, the reward from doing all of this is love. Is love. And evaluation, divine timing. Yeah, so, okay. So now I'm going to move into the shadow stuff, and this is going to help explain and explore the love connection and what's going on in your shadow world a lot more. So let's see. What do we have here? Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Clarity. Interesting. Clarity. Look at this, the Queen and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so, ideally your soulmate, the person you fall in love with, is a very honest person, but like they're also I feel like you both are very like straightforward, like there's no like maybes. Like it's like, yes, absolutely, I'm definitely sure of this connection. Yeah, for sure, I want to go with this. Like there's no if, ands, or buts. It's something you see them and you have a clear vision of this is the person you want to be with. And it's a very determined energy. And I also feel like your soulmate is someone who they sacrifice a lot, like they're willing to put their heart on the line for the person they want to be with. They're not like, oh, I'm not sure, I need more time, blah, blah, blah. No, it's like, I'm sure about this. That's how determined they are. Like, I'm willing to sacrifice some things in order to be with you. Like, that's the kind of person you want. But, like, I also feel like that's your energy too, Virgo. It's like you're willing to do the same thing. And that's how you align with them. And then there's the Two of Swords. Yeah, well, we have Two of Swords. We have your sword and we have their sword of truth and clarity and all that, So when those two swords are aligned, I feel like this is pretty much the whole point of all of this, is just to like connect and come together in truth and in clarity. I feel like, Tweedle, what are their names? Tweedledee and Tweedledum or something like that, right? From Alice in Wonderland, the twins that were just like annoying the shit out of Alice. It's really kind of interesting how you sort of have to like get through that distraction of like too many people getting involved with your connection, too many people wanting information. Yeah. And then you have the Ace of Wands. Wow, passion ignites here for you and your person. Yeah, all right. So I want to get to and there's the Two of Wands. Alice is on her adventure, setting forth on her journey, on her quest down the rabbit hole. Yeah, so let's see here. Let's take a look closer at this Ace of Swords. Give me my tarot. This is my tarot book, Beginner's Tarot guide. I can't talk. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords, and um, so swords are all about challenges, thoughts, intellect, clarity, decision-making, conflict, truth, communication, analysis, and mental strength. The Ace of Swords is pretty much like the strongest you can get at this process, at this level, okay? Um, thoughts and emotions, okay? Clarity, truth, mental breakthrough. In this upright position, the Ace of Swords represents clarity, truth, and a powerful mental breakthrough. This card symbolizes a moment of intellectual illumination where you gain profound insights, achieve mental clarity, and see the truth in a situation. It signifies a surge of mental strength, a fresh perspective, and a renewed sense of purpose. The Ace of Swords encourages you to embrace new ideas, communicate with clarity and honesty, and cut through confusion and illusion. It symbolizes a time of mental triumph and the emergence of a powerful truth-seeking intellect. Yeah. Okay, so the cloud here represents the realm of the mind and the unveiling of profound insights. The wreath signifies victory and triumph over mental challenges and obstacles. The hand holding the sword symbolizes the power of mental clarity and truth seeking. That's what you're doing right now, Virgo. And your queen here, okay, your Queen of Swords, that's your soulmate. That's your other half. That's your other side to the equation, to what you're seeking in regards to your love life. It's also a very strong, powerful force, like backing you up and like supporting you and is behind you in this process. Because I think that, well, I don't need to think too hard on, but on that aspect of your life. But yeah, so the Queen of Swords, independence, clear communicator, intellectual strength. In its upright position, the Queen of Swords represents independence, clear communication, and intellectual strength. This card symbolizes a time when you or someone around you is self-reliant, unafraid to express thoughts and feelings honestly, and possesses a keen intellect. The figure in the card sits on a stone throne with a sword in one hand and an open book in the other, signifying a balance between emotional and intellectual strength. The Queen of Swords encourages you to assert your independence, communicate with clarity, and rely on your sharp intellect to navigate challenges. It signifies a time of embracing your individuality and fearlessly expressing your truths. So, yeah, you're like, you know, you're about like, I want to say you're like about halfway there, you know, like you're pretty sure this is what you want. And now it's just a matter of like time and energy that sort of like goes into all of that and making that solid, that connection solid and like significant enough to where you're like, I don't need, like, there, I know there's like, there's no choice that needs to be made here. Like, I already made the choice of that is what I want, you know? So the Two of Swords, it's definitely about boundaries. It's definitely about stalemates. It's about choices, decision making, a temporary stalemate, the need to make choices. This card symbolizes a time when you are faced with a significant decision and you may find yourself at an impasse, unable to move forward without making a choice. The blind, well, I'm using the and Tarot Land cards, but you're not like, this is what you're probably dealing with right now, okay? You know, you are uncertain about things. and you want to like you're confronting your choices, really, is what you're doing here. Like, there's the blindfolded woman. You can see here that the two twins are blindfolded. But it represents the idea of making decisions without relying on external distractions or influences, but instead trusting one's inner wisdom. Okay. There's opposing choices. There's conflicting forces. It's not like, it's almost like there's a temporary halt here. When it comes to this love, this store of love, this store of devotion, of tenderness, the Ace of Wands, I think, is the ultimate deciding factor here. Okay, and that's going to determine what you do next, because it's all about creativity and passion. It's all about leadership, drive, innovation, energy, action, transformation, inspiration, new beginnings, creative potential. And then the Two of Wands is planning, choice, and a vision. So, and that's what Alice is doing, is she's beginning to create. She's beginning to go on a creative journey and harness the enthusiasm to bring your dreams to life. And it's a creative project, a new phase in your life, or a surge of motivation. Okay? And you're following that. That's what you're following here. So, yeah. Okay, so that's what your heart is telling you to do. It's where you're going. Okay. The Wand's growth with fresh leaves and blossoming flowers symbolizes the birth of creative ideas and the blossoming of potential. Here with the Two of Wands here, the staff, on the other hand, serves as a symbol of leadership, ambition, and taking charge of one's path. Okay. Alice, she doesn't need to always, be alone on this journey. I feel like that's another thing too, is like, you're not alone on this journey. You have support here. You're getting a lot of support for this journey, Virgo, when it comes to love and when it comes to prosperity, because what's the prosperity is what has led you to love and discovering more about what love means to you, Virgo. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting journey for sure. So you're definitely, moving toward that. All right, so once you do that, the Four of Wands comes out, and this is a card of celebration and of stability and prosperity. So keep following that, heart path, if you will. Keep following that journey moving forward. It's definitely going to be a time of celebration, harmony, homecoming. So it's a gateway, it's a portal, it's signifying a transition or threshold that has been crossed. People are celebrating community together, joyous moments. The floral decorations on the wands and the scene symbolize the festive nature of the occasion and the beauty of the moment. All right? And that's what you're celebrating here. That's what you're moving towards. There's a cute, adorable little mushroom house in the background. Okay? So move toward that, you open the door of prosperity, you walked through it, that took you on an adventure, and now it's moved you to a new door, and that door is love, and now you're opening that door and you're walking through that, and that's giving you this time of harmony and celebration. That is well deserved, Virgo. So love and light to you always. Thank you so much for watching, Virgos. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Much appreciated. Bye.